I think cyclists are compared to T-Rexes in some instances because they have a very specific body shape, which is actually not too different from the T-Rex, in the sense they have very strong lower bodies and quite slender upper bodies. Obviously quite different mammals, but at the same time there are those distinct differences when you compare it to the person in the general population. Road cyclists will typically be a little bit taller, they'll be much more muscular in the legs, yet overall they're lighter in weight. So what this means is they have a very slender torso and they're quite slim through the arms as well. The muscles of cyclists vary within the sport itself. So if you were to look at Mark Cavendish, who is a sprinter, he would have a higher proportion of fast twitch muscle fibres, giving him that explosive power. Whereas if you were to look at a climber such as Andy Schleck, you would find that he would have more endurance-based muscle fibres, which are a little bit different. So the benefits of using the 3D scanning technology is that it allows us to take innovative measurements that were previously very difficult to take, things like segmental volumes, segmental surface areas and cross-sectional areas. So using things such as three-dimensional scanning and other innovative techniques, we can identify those athletes which have the most potential and then train them up to be the best they can be.
Today's professional cyclist has a power meter on the handlebars, and we'll be really looking at trying to produce 4.5 watts per kilogram of body weight, and we'd like to sustain that for up to 35 to 45 minutes. So we're looking at average power outputs of around 350 watts for 45 minutes, and how we develop that is of course through lots of strength training, a lot of strength and endurance training, which means we'll be pedaling really big gears up the hills to get our quads to become more powerful and hamstrings and to strengthen our overall legs and core. Thanks to today's scientific data that's available on their little screen on the handlebars, there's no second guessing nowadays.
Back to the original question of could the T-Rex win the Santos Tour Down Under? At first I thought this would be a difficult question to answer, but after having a long think about it, I think that it would easily win the Santos Tour Down Under. Why? Because if I was Cadel Evans or even as fast as Mark Cavendish, there is no way I would be riding on the same road as a T-Rex. That's pretty much what I got.